This is probably one of the craziest seasons I have seen. Well, what would you even call this? Continuation or not? Anyways, in this video, we're going to talk about the madness that was this continuation of season 3 of Attack on Titan. That's what we're getting into, so let's get started. Cue the intro. So hello there, how's it going? What are you geeking out about this week? It's Samurai Kibiji, to which every week I encourage you to be geek, be proud, be awesome. And in this video, we'll be discussing Attack on Titan Season 3, Part 2. I still think it's so weird that a season pulled The Walking Dead, you know, where it continues later on. And I tell you what, Part 1 of Season 3 was like a civil war and a lot of mystery and things to solve. It had action-packed moments, but this continuation was like non-stop tense action with characters you care about, and it was so freaking crazy. And this will definitely be getting into spoilers, okay? So if you have not seen, like, if you're not caught up on the anime of Attack on Titan, we're not getting into the manga. I don't read the manga, so please don't spoil crap for that. Please don't do it. I'm tired of that shit. Be warned, there is spoilers. I very much encourage you to watch this show because I'm telling you, it's just gotten so damn good. And this video, I kind of want to do more stuff like this, you know, where the mic is like right here, and there's not going to be as much B-roll here. If there's B-roll, there's just going to be still shots, because I like to be able to do this more with you guys. If it's simpler and you just follow me for the persona that I am, then I can give more of these, you know, like on the spot, you know, reviews or discussions the day of or the day after an episode comes out. Let's talk about this crazy ass part 2. So part 2 of season 3 of Attack on Titan deals with, you know, we're getting to the bottom of this mystery, because part 1 was really dabbling into the mystery of this world that is the Titans. What the heck are they? What is the true royalty, you know, king and stuff with the Reyes family? And this part 2 is just like, this is it. This is the climax to what we need to do to figure out the truth. And it's the showdown between your former friends, frickin' Bertholdt and Reiner, who are the armored and colossal Titan. And there's the Beast Titan, to which people are saying that, you know, it's like, oh, it's clear who the Beast Titan is. They revealed that. But I'm like, did they though? Did they? We saw the figure, you know, this blonde guy with glasses, and I was like, that looks like Irwins Dad. That looks exactly like Irwins Dad, who we were seeing in the flashbacks of this episode or the last one. So I'm like, okay, that's Irwins Dad. And yet people are throwing these things in my comments that are saying something else, and I'm like, was that clarified in the anime? Because if it wasn't, that is a huge ass spoiler, and I'm not gonna say what it is because I care about people. But yeah, we're getting to this final showdown with these, you know, 3 big sort of villains, anti-heroes, whatever you want to call them, and we're getting to the bottom of this mystery that is in the basement of Eren's dad. And Eren's dad has so much that we learned about in the last season. This part of this season anyways, we know full on what is up with Eren's dad, and it is quite the story, but we'll get into that. Apparently the episode that involves, you know, Armin sacrificing himself, I don't know if it still is, but it was like the highest rated television show in the history of IMDb, over things like Breaking Bad and frickin' Game of Thrones. Like, holy shit. But it was a great episode, and this entire battle was like non-stop. You know, the first episode is kind of building up to it, but once it kicks off, it is just non-stop. Who's gonna die? What's gonna go down? By the end of this battle, literally, there is only 9 scouts left in the entire scout regiment. At least that's what they're making it seem like. That blows my mind. There's only 9 scouts of this huge ass army that was once the scout regiment left. They literally put their final resources into this climactic showdown to simply discover the truth of this world that they don't even know. They don't even know for certain if that is what lies in Eren's basement, Eren's dad's basement. Can you imagine if they did all this only to find out in that basement it was just like, I actually did drink the expired milk or something like bullshit like that? But luckily, no, the truth was in there, and this huge ass fight was freaking crazy, and Armin managed to pull off this win. Of the 6 of us here, 7 of us, I can't remember how many there were, but like of literally the squad or 2 of us we have left, how are we gonna take down this huge ass tower of a Titan? And he manages to do it. He manages to think of a plan, and he manages to remind us in that key moment that is a reaction on my channel of the decision. Who do we save, Irwin or Irwin, hold on a second. Irwin has one of the most satisfying final acts of any character, probably the most satisfying final act of any character I have seen this entire show. Because he's always been so deceptive of a person, you know? He is a tactical genius, and he does want, you know, to find out the mystery of this world, but honestly, he uses people. He has that one-track mind that is required to get shit done. And this final moment of him deciding the only way these men will charge and make that sacrifice is if I do it with them. And I freaking love that. I love that he's willing to just, you know, be in the shoes of the people that he constantly throws out there. And I freaking love that as like a character moment. Both Irwin and Armin like showed the reasons why they would both be great to be, you know, still be in this war. And they had to make a tough call, and probably another fantastically directed episode, specifically directed because there's like no music, there's no like anything, because they're just like, we need to spend this entire episode making this huge ass telltale decision. That was literally a telltale decision. I was shocked, honestly, to see freaking Berthold. I was just surprised that they showed that. And, you know, obviously it's because, like, this is the guy that took down the wall. So, yeah, we want to see him die. But I don't know, they just made that really real. We get to the basement, to which I'm sure a lot of people want to see my reaction to. And honestly, there's just no way, even if I did record it, it wasn't amusing. I literally had to rewind so many times to try to understand what was going on. I, before this video, spent like a freaking half hour looking into the lore of Attack on Titan, because I still, when I watched that episode, I had no idea what the freaking hell I just heard. But yes, we get into the mystery of this world that is in Irwins Dad's basement. And at first, again, I did not understand what the hell was being told, but after looking into it, it all starts to kind of make sense now. There's a lot of lore elements that I'm not going to explain the whole thing because that'd be way too much, but we now know the mystery of the Titans and what's outside of the walls and why, you know, what Reiner and everybody is trying to do. And there's now no more mystery really in Attack on Titan. There probably is. Sorry, I hit the mic. That's it. We know what's going on now. We know what happened. We know why everybody assumed there was no humans outside is because their memories got wiped. We now know where the Titans come from. They get transformed. That's the only part that I'm not aware of, by the way. Can you clear this up? I guess all the Titans that are, you know, the ones that are mindless and everything, those are Titans that the people at Marley, I believe, they're transforming Eldians and sending them towards that wall. Maybe not on purpose, but, you know, there's still some things that I'm like trying to get the exact parameters of, but I get the general gist, I believe. And it's just freaking crazy. We finally have a crap ton of answers, and I like that Eren realizes, you know, I wasn't able to use the Founding Titan's powers. Oh shit, it's because that was somebody of lineage, and when I touched her, I can't let them do that to Historia. I can't let them do that. Because he knows if he says something about that, then they're gonna maybe make like Historia some body that's just attached to Eren at all times, and like Historia could just essentially be like the rider or something. I was perverted. I mean, wouldn't mind. So. And you know, Eren's mentality when they see the water, it's such a neat scene. That was such a cool scene to finally see, you know, these 9 that are left just have fun in this water, and it's like, it's real, it's here. We now know that this is all real and stuff. But Eren's just like, I wanted to kill all the Titans previously, but now I know all these Titans have just been us. He doesn't even want to kill this lying down one. He's just like, let's just go. I thought that was kind of dickish, honestly. Like, I would just want to put it out of its misery if Titans really are former Eldians. Like, unless there's a way to turn them back to normal, but I don't think there is. Like, the only ways of turning a Titan back to normal is it being a shifter, right? But yeah, he's just like tearing up in the water because he knows like his real enemy this whole time has just been this other form of humanity that's just been dicks. I am really curious to see where Attack on Titan goes from here, because now there's so much mysteries that's been solved, and that's been a really big appeal of Attack on Titan. But I just wonder, you know, like what's gonna happen from this point forward? It's obviously now gonna be like this Eldian and Marley war or whatever, but it's gonna be crazy. And just before I share my like grade of the season, my overall final thoughts on it, I just want to thank the patrons that make this all possible, in which I'll be sharing like my podcast reviews for like Senryu Girl and other things that we chat on Discord. So if you want to become part of it, I really would appreciate that. And it says probably June patrons right now, and that's because we need to wait till the 5th to really know whose pledges went through for July. So just thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. I really freaking appreciate you. But final thoughts, and let me know yours below too, before just saying this, that's another thing. Let me know your public opinion in the comments, because I'd love to see them. Part 2 of season 3 has been absolutely spectacular. Like, literally spectacular. If I was to grade like this whole season 3 together, then that's a different story, because I found part 1 of season 3 a bit, it was so different. It was so like just human versus human, and that's what I'm a bit worried about in the future, is because Attack on Titan, I like the appeal of humans fighting titans and that being the thing to take down, but now I just know it's humans versus humans. That's not to make saying the show's gonna be bad at this point. It's just, you know, my cup of tea. I was so excited about Attack on Titan because it's literally called Attack on Titan, you know? Let's take down these things that have oppressed us for so long. And now we're finding out that Titans are other humans. And that's why I'm saying the part 1 of season 3 was kind of just not my personal, you know, thing that I really enjoy. All this Civil War stuff and seeing people fight people, it just, But part 2 was freaking spectacular, because that was just Scout Squad fighting Titans and mysteries being, it was gorgeous. So as a whole, I would say season 3 to me was like B+, like B+, really freaking good. But if I was just to say part 2 alone, oh, solid A, like freaking solid A. And obviously, if you're watching this, you are caught up on Attack on Titan, because if you watch this and you are not caught up on it, why did you spoil this shit? You though, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, but those are just my thoughts. You know, you might disagree or agree. You can check out my reaction to one of the episodes down below, as well as something else you might like. You know, I talked about Fruits Basket. You should check that show out too, and there's no spoilers in that video, so check that one out. Consider becoming a patron, subscribe if you have not yet, where I encourage you to be geek, be proud, be awesome every week, and see you in one of the links around me. Okay, go.